All right, guys, welcome back to episode 7 of our FM24 Hoogstraten save, our road to the Champions League. We are here set on January 13th. So, today's episode, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get through January transfer window, see what else kind of goes on, and get a couple games in. Don't know how many games we're going to get in, depends on what really happens in January transfer window. Um, I did go ahead and actually manage to start working on contracts, start looking at contracts. Um, Big one, Ibrahim Mbaye has had a really good year so far to start this year. Um, I just offered him a new contract. He actually wanted less. He was willing to accept $325 a week. Um, I did that. I know he's 31 and he is slowly starting to regress a little bit, but this locks up a very key player for me. It locks him up for next couple seasons, but also that'll give me some extra money to go ahead and look at some of these other contracts. Someone like Groneveld or Falu and Lowers, those are three guys that I really want to extend. Some of these guys, Sargisian's barely played, Torquay, Boots, I'd like to bring him back, but if I can't, it's not the end of the day. Emin, he can go, but as well with that, you look in some of these guys do not have huge contracts. The big ones, Kusterman's 375 a week, so getting him going is going to be nice. But yeah, nothing crazy at the end of the day. But yeah, first day. Sorry, we got some guys coming in on trial, so just some more center back options. Really, just looking for next year. Maybe if funds really free up, then maybe somebody else could come in. But you can see like these guys aren't great, but at the same time, got to start looking. Just got to get them on trial and see who's good, who's not. Fer Erna, who's on my short list for goalies, but has signed a contract. The last episode, we saw that come up as starting to happen. So yeah, got a few more days here. Our first game's against Winkelsport, who currently sit third. So that'll be a tough game for us to start today's episode. Um, you see here, Lowers wants a contract. Um, so hopefully, what's he at? Currently, he's on 250. So if I can get him down, if I can get him at 300, that's actually fine because I can make that up with uh, the uh, and buy contract if that goes through. Relegation release clause 0. Come on. All right. So I couldn't get his wages down, but at the same time, that's still a $75 increase a week. Um, so if I have to pull the trigger on that, keep it at that. If as long as Mbies goes through, we're good there. I do have a short list now of loans that I'm looking at. Um, so this guy Cheng Zhang from Union Saint Gilloise, I'm really keeping an eye on him. 18 years old, he's got good potential. He really 17. He's nice natural fitness. His strength is really low. That's very concerning to me. But at the same time, he's got decent jumping reach, um, tackling and composure. It's okay. I mean, it's an option if I need to explore center back options for the end of the window. I can. Our Rumi Boots once actually gets into the team of the week, which is nice. But yeah, still a lot to happen. Hopefully, honestly, I wouldn't mind someone on the youth team getting a bid, but you can see here, Mbai's got his contract in, um, which is nice. So very much like the fact that that finally got through. So you can see there, our payroll budget did in fact go up, but it's about to go back on the Lowers now, which I'm fine with. Lowers is one of the guys that I literally just said at the start of the episode that I do want to extend for another year or two. So going ahead, bringing him in is not a bad options. Kusterman's, I need him gone though. I really need Kusterman's gone. I'm tempted to drop Kusterman's for a game or two and just see what the shooter has. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna get into this first game. I'm still tempted to play the shooter here in this game, but with it being a team so high up, so good, I'm not going to make take that risk. Um, I am going to bring Bront back in for Butts. He's played there more this year. Makes more sense. Other than that, it's kind of our strongest 11. So no injuries, no suspensions, nothing really of note and of concern there. So good on that note. So let's get seeing how we're doing. Form's not been great from us. Form for them has been really good. Um, so we'll see how things kick off here in the first game. This is literally the most boring half of FM. We finally have a corner kick, but this is the first highlight of the game. And it's head bounced around, head back, Van Duren. It's Falu. It's Falu. It's gone in. It's Falu. He makes it 1-0 Hoogstraten. 41st minute. The first highlight from either side of the game. And of course, it's Falu who's banging it in the back of the net. But this has been a very, very boring first half and boring game. But you can see, headed out initially to Van Doren. Falu gets it, takes a touch on the box. He has a hit. He benefits from the deflection, but it doesn't matter. It's in. It's 1-0. Hoogstraten right before halftime. But yeah, this has been a very, very boring half. One highlight the whole half is the goal from Falu. We've got 5 shots, 2 on target. They've got 1 shot. It's been a very, very sluggish, slow, boring game from both sides. But you know, it's a top of the table clash. For the most part, I did expect a little bit more from Winkel, but I'm not going to complain. Took us 40 something minutes in the first half to get a highlight. We're 3 minutes in here, and we have a highlight to start the second half for Haven now. Has some space he's going to drive into, and he's still got it. No one's really pressuring him, and he just decides to take a hopeful hit. Seegers will catch it clean. Again, still nothing really happening from anybody in this game. I already made the change. Boots and Edmund came in. Tilburgs is really starting to struggle for fitness here in this game, so I'm going to actually have to take him out for Van de Vel. And Bai's not having a great game, so let's see if Strauch can come in and make a difference here. We've got about 14 minutes left in the game, and it's been, again, a very, very slow, boring, lethargic game. Dismal here with another corner kick. Butts heads it over. I really think that has been about our only highlights of the game. Three highlights has been it from either side. I'm going to go ahead and take Chinty off at the end. But yeah, it's literally nothing else has happened. Winkelsport have not had a single effort. Our only real high danger chance is Falu, but I'm not going to complain. We've ended up having a little bit more shots and possession, or not as much possession, but more shots, same amount of target, much higher XG. About 3 highlights in the game. Nothing really else happened, but at the end of the day, we'll take it. We'll take the win. That's a team in great form, above us in the table, and we get the win. Actually, there it is. Robin Lowers ended up signing the contract, which is great. Um, yes, I don't like necessarily the assist bonus in there and the agent fee, the loyalty bonus, some of those bonuses and fees in there. Not particularly proud of, happy with, but at the same time, got us another contract extension, so we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking, see what Falu, see what he wants with his contract. $375 a week, dude. That's a $200. Ooh. I can't afford that, dude. I cannot afford that at the moment. I think Roneveld is our next best center back. His strength's a little low, but he's got good composure. Tackling's not bad. Jumping reach is good. He's 6'3". His concentration's 11. Let's see what he wants. His contract, 350. He drops down 325. So those are the 2 contracts that I really wanted to extend, and they're not willing to do it. This like Mario Boots, it's interesting because I like him, but he's on 250 a week. I mean, what's he want? 240, 220, 250. I could do that. I can do that. Fringe player. It won't what? Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do 240, but it wouldn't. It'll let me do 250 though. That is what he's at now. So it's essentially the same thing. It's just an extension to his contract essentially. So I am perfectly happy with that. So that would get Bootsnet also taken care of. Sargishian, he's 6'1". His jumping reach isn't great. He's got good tackling, but concentration is low. I mean, yeah, it's really tough for him. I don't entirely know how I feel about that. I'll keep that going. Torquay have barely used this year. Emmons not nowhere near good enough. Mewis, I don't know if he's a $250 week player. Chinty and Kustermans, both of them are gone. I'm happy to let those two walk. But Groneveld is the big one. He won't extend either. See, I don't mind Mewis, but at the same time, I feel like I might be able to find somebody cheaper. We'll see how things go. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. With some of these guys. I'm currently also recording this on deadline day, so I'm keeping tabs. This is the deadline's officially passed. Still waiting on Ishak and Gehi to get confirmed, but it seems as though that Gehi is not going to happen. Um, I'm very upset about that. This is everyone's going to complain about the way that people like Ishak and Visa acted all year. Um, but at the same time, like, I mean, it's a clear reason why that they acted like they did all summer because something like that happens. You know, they can't they can't decide on somebody to replace him, and then they just pull the plug on him after he gets his medical and all done. So that's very disappointing as a Liverpool fan to not bring in Gehi, but it'll be interesting to see if they decide come January if they're willing to let him go. Um, but we'll see. Groneveld is upset about his contract, which I'm fine with. He'll wait till the end of the season, so that's good. I'm glad he'll at least wait till the end of the season, um, because maybe then we'll actually have some money to spend for him to actually extend his contract. But we are approaching the end of the window, and that's very concerning because we've got $16 in wage budget left. That's all we have, and still a bunch of guys on contracts that need extending, and there's just nothing really here. I did list Vandervel here. I mean, it's just no one's really biting. He's not good, and no one even wants to think about him. So, uh, not great in terms of that. But we got a little bit of time, still got a week left. There's still a chance that someone comes in for one of our youth players. Uh, it's very common being lowered down. Some of these youth players that have a little bit of potential in there. I think I talked about last episode. Elite Charles Aliu is a backup, is a striker at the youth teams. He's got some really good potential, it seems, and he's actually a decent player. He's not far off senior team football for me at the moment. Um, so yeah, it's an option. I think I'm kind of shocked that nobody's come in to go ahead and submit an offer for someone like that. But at the same time, I'm not going to complain if I can keep another year, make him better. So be it. But we've got here second game of the episode against Antwerp's Young Reds. Um, it's I guess guess it's kind of considered a derby. Hoogstraten is based in Antwerpen, so playing against Royal Antwerp's youth side is kind of a mini derby. So we'll see. They're in actually pretty good form at the moment, even though they are a little bit further below us. So let's see how this is. If you guys saw, keeping the same lineup as we ran last game. Hopefully we can go ahead, continue our nice run of form we got going on to start the second half of the season, pick up a win. Gonna be highlights starting in our box. Ben Hamid picks up the clearance. The Hoja, Doumbia, Mitrovic, Degalish. 7 minutes in, we've already got 2 highlights. Much better than the first half, even though they're going towards our goal, which I'm not a fan of. Ben Hamed, Chidera. Chidera skips past for Haven. Back to Doumbia. Doumbia will play it back towards Hoja. Ben Hamad. Dropping it all the way back to Koulibaly. Van den Bosch now. Van Hayes. One back by Chinty. Chinty is going to lead a counterattack here. He's got a couple numbers around him swarming him. But he's still got the ball and he's still going to get some space now. Playing it back to the small. He stands it up on the back post. And Ibrahim Mbaye makes it 1-0. Goals from crosses. I was talking about in the last episode, fullbacks and crosses are so important. The small has been such a crucial signing for us. He puts it on the back stick, floats across it in, and Ibrahim Mbaye is waiting there for the ball and just leaps up and gets the header, puts it past Van Gils, and 8 minutes in, Hoogstraten take the lead through Ibrahim Mbaye. Tilburg's to Brandt. Brandt turns backwards. He looks to turn though. He will get a full turn on it. Brandt plays to Lowers. Plays it back to Tilburg's. Out to Verheyen. Looking for Falu, but just wide. It was past him. Falu will collect it. Put it back in. To the back stick. And Mbaye misses. Just narrowly wide. You have another highlight here to start right after. And Mbaye's got it to Groeneveld. It's Falu. It's for Falu. Oh my word, what a goal. What a goal that is for Falu. Hitting an absolute blinder from outside the box. Tilburg plays it to Brandt. Brandt gets it. Falu dribbles forward. Outside the D. Whips it to the top bins. And it's 2-0 Hoogstraten. 24 minutes on the clock. For Falu with an absolute blinder. Corbani plays it in, and Hoogstraten gets his body in front of it. It's the young Reds' real first chance going forward. Threatening. From the ensuing corner, Mitrovic will put it to the back stick towards Koulibaly, but Tilburg clears it. Van Hees picks it back up now. Lowers wins it. He'll just look to play out the back towards Desmul. To Brandt now. We will go just about halftime. Chinty picked up an injury, so he's going to end up actually having to come off here right before halftime. He's picked up the injury. But really, good half from us. Lowers is struggling. Up 2-0. Following it by both the strikers, of course, getting on the goal scoring sheet. Both of them good ratings. Got some good ratings across the board. We're going to start the second half from kickoff on a replay, or on a highlight, I should say. And Mbaye will drive forward. It's Falu. He's nicked off of it. Van Hees, Digalai wins it back, even though Verheyen got the initial touch on it. He will continue to drive forward. He sticks it to the back stick, and he's going to give a penalty kick for some reason. It looks the columns on the bottom say it's a handball. Guess it was in fact a handball. Unfortunately for Desmul, Carbani takes it, and Hoogstraten saves it. Hoogstraten has hands today. Hoogstraten has hands today. He has earned another game. as long as he doesn't mess it up from here. But Kusterman has earned himself another start, and he's gone on and he's punched it clear. What a game we've got from Kusterman's here. He must have heard the media rumblings. Lowers with a very dangerous tackle inside the box. Kusterman must have heard the rumblings that he was going to get replaced, knocked down the peg in order, and he's decided to have an absolute game of the season from him. And he looks to play it long. Follow wins the initial header, but nothing doing from it. Groneveld steps in and wins it to Tilburg's LeBron and by follows in, and Follow puts it right underneath the goalkeeper, and Follow gets himself another goal on the day, his second on the day. That is brilliant stuff from Mbaye and Follow. That's why I want to sign Follow to an extension. I was hoping he wasn't going to ask for as much as he did, but he unfortunately did, so I got to wait on that one. But look at that. Follow gets in behind from him with Mbaye. Van Heels comes out, and Follow just puts it right underneath him between the legs. It's 3-0, 58 minutes on the clock now. Whipped in from Vermeeren, and Mbaye heads back. Follow on the half volley outside the 18. It has a rip and it goes over. It's close to a hat trick. Doesn't get it. We're approaching the end of the game, and it will just about be that. It will be that. 3-0. I don't think it was an actual 3-0 game. Now, granted, they had the penalty kick that Kobe Carbani missed due to a rim cost Kusterman save, but XG-wise was pretty close. But Follow and Mbaye had a fantastic game. Kusterman's had a fantastic game. We did well, got the win, 3-0 over Antwerp and Young Reds. I'm so happy with that. Another day, another win, another day full of goals for Mbaye and Follow. Yeah, there's the injury. Tony Chinty's going to be out 4 weeks, pulled knee ligaments. Another injury. We haven't had any injuries really that much this year. We've been really lucky with that, but picking up another injury there in a position where we don't have much depth does suck. But I guess Vermeeren's going to be thrown to the wolves there. I'm going to have to be playing some more. We're approaching that transfer window deadline. So let's see how things pan out, if anything happens. So we'll see. If anything does happen, you'll be brought along with it. If not, then it'll just kind of be it. All right, guys. Our chairman decided to accept a offer. Zulte Wagram put in a bid for one of our 16-year-old goalkeepers, Kader Ndiaye. He's got that good potential. I mean, it's not like he was going to be coming in the team anytime soon. His one-on-ones isn't great. His positioning is not good at all. Reflexes are all right, but he is 16. He's got both feet, but at the same time, I don't really know if I would have used him that much, but at the same time, $575 is not enough, in my opinion. Percentage of next sale won't be bad, but at the same time, he probably will never be sold. But yeah, that deal goes through, and not much really would have came from it. Owen van der Meeren, that was just a guy. I had him on trial, so it's not a big deal. Some more guys had on trial. Our wage budget doesn't really change at all from that sale of that goalkeeper. So it is what it is. I can't really sit here and cry over spilled milk. Mohamed Lua, another midfielder that I had on my thing. But the deadline day is passed. Nothing crazy, nothing great. We're still in pretty rough financial shape at the moment, but at the same time, it happens a lot. So just kind of get through it, see what happens. We're going to approach this final game. We're going to play this game against Zebra Elites. That'll be our last game of the episode. The last game kind of took a little bit of time. Probably a good bit of talking to highlights in there, but at the same time, we also started with the transfer window going through. took a little bit more time there and some of the contracts. So only a 3 game episode, but again, we are, as Haverman's is out 6 to 7 weeks with a hernia. Nice. But February 2nd means we are getting really close to that youth intake. Again, if I can remember where it is, if I can find where it is, Dev Center, youth candidates. This was all of the guys that were already spawned in. So you can see here, these guys already came through. But again, I was expecting honestly some of these guys to be the ones getting offers, not the goalkeeper that I did get an offer for. But at the same time, can't complain. It's a little bit of money. It's a little bit not great. I can't do it. I could not intervene at all or anything. Before we actually get to this game, I am going to go ahead, since I've got really good rating, we're doing really well. I got an A plus. I'm going to request a senior affiliate because I might be able to get something here for loans. Yep, there we go. We've had such productive meeting here. We agree that it'll help alleviate the cost. That is so big for us going into the next season, especially considering if we can get it any top flight side, it's big. I'll take any top flight club. Um, but that'll be a big, big help for us going into the next season because it doesn't look like we're going to get promoted. While we do have this game in hand, even if we win it, we're 3 points back. But at the same time, um, Winkle Sports in there. I mean, you could really even consider the Leuven U23s, but Union Namor is above us. Dessel is also above us, and they are 4 points. So even if we win this game against Zebra Elites, who we lost to this year, if we win this game, we won't overtake them. And Lokeren Temps is also there. Have they lost? They did lose. They lost 4-0 to Dessel. But yeah, I mean, Louvier is up there. Lokeren Temps is both up there. Quite high in front of us. Owusu's really taken off. He's got up to 18 goals now. So he's taken over the lead over and by for the Golden Boot. Louvier win again. Veteran beat Olympic Charleroi. We've got the injury to Chinty. So he unfortunately has to come out. Haverman's also injured, so Khalife will have to come in. Other than that, I'm going to keep rocking the same lineup. We're scoring goals. We're winning. Koosman's had a fantastic game last time out, so he's earned another game. He's earned the right to have another game, but if he's got some stinkers in him today, we've got an issue going into next episode. I got a lot to think about for that next episode. Ball played in. Hoddert's in, and he blazes it wide. That should have been a goal. That was a nailed-on chance, a fantastic chance from the Zebra Elites, and he's absolutely missed that. I believe it was Hodder. I think that's who it was, the center back. That's why he missed. He is a center back, but he still needs to be bagging that one in. Not much is happening, though, in this game. That was the only highlight so far. It's that chance from Hodder. Sit back and just kind of wait for something to happen. 0-0 at the half. We've had no shots on target, really no good chances. Forwards are not playing well. Let's see if we can figure something out here in the second half. And playing that 5 back with 2 defensive midfielders, Segundo Volonta and a ball-winning midfielder. So they've got a lot of defensive cover. Can't get past it, though. Vermeeren will take this corner kick. Whooping in near post. Van Doren gets the header onto it, but doesn't get over top of it, and it goes over. We have a corner kick from the other side now. Verheyen will take this one and swing it in and swinger. Towards the back stick, but Chajik will get the punch. Follow picks it up, plays it back to Verheyen. Off the post. Goalkeeper's chipped it onto the post from Verheyen. Real chance. Real chance there. Goal. Oh, And Lacosa is in trouble. I was making a sub, and he, as it says on the comments at the bottom, it's an early bath. He is sent off, and they're going to sit back in that 5-2-1-1. You got to put the pressure on. Bernier, Hutter, Debast, looks over the top, and by now Bront. Too slow on the ball from Bront there. After this highlight, changes will be made. And Bai just hits a hopeful ball, a dumb hopeful ball over the top to follow. No chance he was getting there. Monticelli now. Hotter. Mbang. And Bai wins it back off of Mbang. Bront. Emin, who has come on to that left-hand side. Tilburgs gives it away, wins it back. Lowers now. And Bai, off the bar. Follow picks it up, drops it back, but Follow is offsides. Bro, it's been shit. Follow, it's been shit. Strauff, come on. Bai will move further up. We have a corner kick here. It's for Haynes. 78th minute. Whips it in. DeBas gets the header off. Emin picks it back up. Back down to Verheyen. He has a hit. And Ruben Verheyen gets the second goal of the season in the 77th minute in a crucial game. Zebra Elites have been down to 10 men for a little bit now. Hoogstraten have been slowly turning the screw. And Verheyen finally gets the goal for us today. Emin picks it up off the initial clearance. Verheyen from a tight angle gets a little cut inside, past Chachig, and it goes in. I don't even know if the subs have fully come on yet. I believe they have. Monticelli now. Zebra Elites has a corner kick up top towards DeBas, who plays it right back out to Monticelli. This is right after the goal. He's going to stick it to the back stick, and it's going to be headed up and around, but not clear. DeBas now. Getting forced back slowly. Bernier. And Bang hands it on to Koosmans. I'm going to change back to positive. Slowly turn it back down. Ball's up for Emin. It's in by now. It's Ibrahim and by still now. Gets past the defender, and he's rifled it in. I don't know how he's gotten past that one, but he has. Past the Bast, past the other defender, smashed it in from a real tight angle. But that is exactly why I decided to give the 31-year-old Ibrahim and buy another contract. He picks it up, takes a couple dribbles, beats one man. DeBas comes in, gets past DeBas, and just smashes it to the far post side netting and makes it 2-0. Like I said, it doesn't look like I'm getting promoted. So having somebody that is proven to be able to score goals at this level is so crucial. And he is clearly doing that so far. And Bai still has it now. Back down to Groneveld. And Bai. A little bit of lag in the game, but the small Emin. Ooh. Mara Boost just puts it a little bit over. Khalifa is going to come in. Our center backs have not had a great game. I am going to bring Zargishan on because why not? It's 2-0, 10 men. We should have this game done and dusted. They have a free kick though with Bernier. And that's how they're going to get back in this game. Penalty kick. Dump penalty kick right from the jump. Bernier will take this. Can Koosmans be the hero again? He cannot. Bernier brings one back. Antoine Bernier from the penalty spot. And we're going to have to slow this game down a lot now. But 90th minute, Antoine Bernier puts Zebra Elites on the board. A penalty kick from the free kick. That was how they were going to get back in this game, and they surely did so. They have a highlight here in the 94th minute. Bernier will continue to drive forward and whip a ball in. Khalife will easily get that, and Koosmans will just play it long and out. And Bai wins the header to Strauff. Strauff's going to look back to Mbai. And Bai's got a little bit of time, a little bit of space. He's going to keep going. He's going to look back for Strauff. And Yuri Strauff gets his second goal of the season. He has not gotten a lot of goals, but he's certainly made an impact when I decided to bring him on in the last few games. Yuri Strauff gets himself a goal finally, linking up brilliantly with Mbai. Mbai just had some space, just took it towards the byline. Strauff had a beat of his defender, and he surely just easily could not have missed that one. Just puts it in the empty net, and he gets the goal, and it's 3-1. We're going to have a highlight in the 96th minute. Is this going to be the final whistle, or we're going to get another goal right before the edge of the end of the game? Boots now. Loses it, but Lowers picks it right back up, and he has a hit, and it goes over, and that's going to be the game. Surely, now you just wait for the final whistle. There it is, and it is 3-1. Picked up a bunch of bookings, but Ibrahim Mbai, a 9.0 player of the match, goal and assist, fantastic game from him. That red card really changed the game. It really allowed a bunch of goals to come in, but it's a 3-1 win. Verheyen opened it, and Mbai and the Strauff at the end in stoppage time sealed the deal. Alright guys, that's going to be all for today's episode. Just the 3 games in today's episode, as there was some contract and some transfer business had to go on. So that's how it's going to be. The next episode, I am probably going to go and hopefully I'll probably get 4 games in, and then I might go ahead and get through to the start of that game against Knock on the 10th, just in case the youth intake gets through, but might be a little bit longer episode, but within the next 2 episodes, we'll get the youth intake. But today, 2 clean sheets, 3 wins, 1-0 win against Winkle Sport here. Follow getting the goal. 3-0 win over Antwerpen Young Reds with Mbai with a goal, and Follow with 2. And then the 3-1 win against Zebra Elites. Verheyen, Mbai, and Strauff all getting goals. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share this video, and make sure you guys are ready for the next couple episodes, because when that youth intake hits, it is going to be hopefully a crucial one for the future of this club, and hopefully I can start seeing some more Belgian teenagers, maybe some clubs below, that have a little bit of promise, a little bit of potential, a little bit of current ability, that I can start trying to get into the club and really start turning some profit and turn us up the leagues. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Deuces.